Lucas Sports. So I've been wanting to make a video about it for a little minute. Excuse me, y'all. Got something in my throat. About the NCAA. NCAA basketball, man, is coming on its last leg. You had to, just for the NCAA in general, the Supreme Court, which is mostly conservative, voted a 9-0 decision, so players could get laptops and stuff. And then I forget which judge wrote that uh, scathing email or letter and ripped the NCAA to shreds. Then the NCAA came out and said, um, athletes cannot sign NIL deals, but you had to. It took 100 years, and people like Jim Thorpe and Chris Carter, Johnny Manziel, Ty Gurley, and these are just the people off the top of my head that's been screwed over by the NCAA. Jay Williams, my favorite player in college basketball, Duke, where they make all this money off your jerseys, but you couldn't accept a pizza from nobody, couldn't get a ride from nobody, couldn't get a check from nobody, or if you did, everything had to be under the table. Oh, my bad, Reggie Bush took advantage of him, Adrian Peterson. But anyway, so to the NCAA. Oh, Chris Webber. Look, I forgot about that. My bad, y'all. Chris Webber, remember the whole Fab Five thing? Because he allegedly took money, which is, I think was fair. All that money he made for the University of Michigan, the Fab Five did. But players now, it was getting so bad that they had to come out with a rule, the NBA, so players would at least attempt to go to college. And yeah, some people might say it's because of the vets were complaining, and to a degree that's fair. But also those college was damn near ruined back then. So they come out with the one and done rule. You still want to play players, and then LeVar Ball, who don't nobody want to give his credit for, LeVar Ball started that JBL league, and he was saying, "Look, you ain't got to go to college. You can get a check through us and get drafted." Well, that league lasted for a year, and then the NBA came out with the G League. And said, hey, y'all can come here and get $500,000. It might be more now, but... And then they got their first person in Jalen Green for the Houston Rockets. And then LaMelo, Chino Hills makes all this money off him, but he can't get no money. Chino Hills High School. He goes overseas. People, I remember all the Nick Wrights and everybody ripped LeVar to shreds. Oh, you're ruining his college eligibility. You're ruining this. You're ruining that. I remember Nick Wright was damn near on TV crying about that. Well, LaMelo goes to the NBL. And damn near around the same time, Overtime Elite starts up. So you have these people who are skeptical about it, and these old heads that still want the NCAA to work. Since then, LaMelo Ball's an all-star. Got drafted out of NBL. R.J. Hampton, solid player. You got, from Overtime Elite now, you got a Min and a Sora Thompson that were lottery picks, so now people going, whoa. And for the G League, there's a handful of players. 2021, Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga, world champion, Isaiah Todd, 2022, Dyson Daniels, Marjan Beauchamp, sorry if I jacked his name up, Jaden Hardy, and then this year, Scoot Henderson, who was a number 3 pick, Leonard Miller, City Kisiku, and Mojave King. So here are several players that did not go to college. And then you also had Victor Wembanyama, who didn't go to college, who was number one pick but played overseas. So you had several lottery picks that did not go to college this past year. Well, the NCAA, Lucas Sports, you better take some suggestions from me. A, y'all better get some better coaching. That coaching is terrible. My bad, y'all. I'm drawing a blank right now. But my man All-Star for the Sacramento Kings. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Played for the University of Kentucky. Why am I drawing a blank? De'Aaron Fox. I don't know what I'm thinking about DeAndre. De'Aaron Fox said that, man, college basketball is hard to watch. Y'all still try to run them old plays. None of that, the old schemes. Y'all don't want to adapt to how players are today. You got some coaches that's 80 years old that can't relate. It's just time for y'all to get some fresh young people in there that can relate to these players. That's number one. Number two, y'all better stop caring about whether these players who play overseas were professionals or not. Y'all need to run NCAA like what it really is. NCAA basketball, which is a minor league. Now you got Luka. Luka didn't play overseas. Victor Wembanyama. Luka didn't play in college basketball. Victor Wembanyama didn't play in college basketball. You see a lot of different players that were paid, but then they can't play overseas. Play in the NCAA. Could you imagine Luka Doncic playing in the NCAA? Or Victor Wembanyama? And let these schools pay these players. Listen, I understand that, what about the small schools? Well, college basketball is damn near going to be on life support. Y'all got Bronny, but who's to say that if Bryce don't come out the blue, or one of these Boozer twins, or one of these players don't go pro? Y'all need to move with the times. Oh, y'all also need to move the shot clock to 24 seconds. Why is it still? Was it 35 seconds? I think they shortened. Let me double check. $30 seconds. That's still ridiculous, man. If y'all don't make that ish 24 seconds and do just like what college football do, yeah, the time, there are certain rules, but the time is the same. Y'all got a lot of work to do, but it could not be that hard. People love college in America, and y'all already making multi-billion-dollars a year, man. If y'all don't just cut 200, 300 million and give to these players so they can, you got people overseas, you got people. Y'all need to be more appeasing than the G League and the NBL. And y'all could do that. Y'all have the fan base, the boosters, the TV rights, all of that. Y'all could be doing that, but y'all over here dropping the ball because y'all still believe that, oh, you want a good, clean-cut kid to be a 4-year player. Well, do y'all want to survive or not? Do y'all want TV ratings or not? Do y'all want to put butts in the seats, the casual fans in the seats? I'm not talking about the diehard boosters. I'm talking about the people who watch the NBA. They could give two, what's about college basketball. Y'all better do I will say what the NCAA football did. Between them and the NFL, they do got this bogus agreement where you got to wait 3 years. That's the only thing really keeping them afloat. But y'all better figure something out. Like y'all better take my advice. Y'all better start modeling yourselves, man, because it's finna be over for the NCAA. But what y'all think?